Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Arizona Dreams. We just wanted to give you guys an update of what's been going on, as well as what we're planning to do in the summertime, summertime. So we've been personally shut down for about 7 weeks now. So we've been all in the house, working from home, doing school stuff. But I think all in all, we've heard, well, my wife has heard some pretty interesting horror stories about divorces happening over this and so on and so forth. I can say that we've had one or two grumbles at best, but they were literally like meow, 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 and then kind of calmed down.
I think we're all going stir crazy, and I think we recognized what it was when it went down. I mean, we're not perfect.
Speak for yourself.
He gets on my nerves. I get on his nerves.
I don't get on anyone's nerves.
I've been in a little bit of a funk. After you don't have to agree. I think when the temps hit 100, I think that's when my funk
this
came.
week.
Yeah, I've just been in that kind of down in the dumps because the kids have been going out for probably at least 2 hours a day, just playing out in the backyard. So I felt like they were getting their energy out during that time. I was going out with them at least once a day to do something. And now I feel like now it's really hitting home that we are stuck in the house. And the thing is, we had an extension of our lockdown from the governor to May 15th. I mean, it's a rolling, situation where retail can open on May 8th as long as they practice social distancing and all these other things. But whether we open on May 15th or he extends it to June 1st, whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter really to us because we're not working on when the governor releases us. We're working on when we feel most comfortable going back out. So I know, and I think that's another thing that's got me down, because I know even if he says release the hounds on May 15th, I'm still not going to a movie theater. I'm still not going to a restaurant. I'm still not hanging around crowded parks. If people want to do that, that's your right. Live your life. But we're just gonna hang back a little bit longer. So I've just been feeling really frustrated and trapped almost because it doesn't matter when.
Can we do a replay real quick? What is the governor gonna say?
Release the hounds!
For the most part, the other 4 have not left the house. Minus maybe a road trip in the Jeep, which I try to do at least once a week. I had to go to the bank once. We refinanced our house and I had to do it. I'm sure that my wife could probably share a picture of me in mask, gearing up to go.
Riding around and you got me in this stupid nonsense.
I don't care.
Bye, Felicia. Oh, you got me kidding me.
Uh-oh.
But otherwise, I think we've been doing pretty well. My job has been very accommodating and letting me work from home. We're still hearing that the spike is coming for Arizona, yet they're talking about releasing, which is a little bit worrisome if this spike is really going to hit. And maybe we'll get lucky and it doesn't hit. Maybe we'll be one of those states that doesn't get smacked.
Right now, in Arizona, we're still on the upward climb. And I know people are antsy. I'm antsy too. I'm just over it. Everybody has to do what's best for them. But for us, with no treatment, no vaccine, and right now a continued upward climb of cases, we just don't feel like there's anything that important that we need to do that's worth possibly our health. But people are going to handle it the way they see fit. As for me and my house, we are pretty much staying home.
In my house, huh? How are we going to cope with this going forward? So we've got 2 new Jeeps, and they're 4-wheel certified and all that good stuff because they're Jeeps. But I also loaded both of them up so that they could be able to tow a new trailer. And this trailer isn't just a trailer to haul stuff. This is a trailer that allows us to camp, and it's an off-road rig. So it is going to allow us to go to BFE in the middle of northern Arizona where nobody is, where we're currently allowed to go because the parks typically are closed down, but there's no restrictions on national forest and state forest land. It's the parks. So it's been a fun process. It's kind of given us something to strive for. And I think the boys and my daughter have all three kind of gotten in the swing of this idea that, hey, we're going to get to go see places that we probably wouldn't have gotten to see in a normal situation because Dad would be working. He wouldn't be able to just connect up to a computer anywhere. He'd have to be at an office, and you guys would be in school. So we're trying to take advantage of that, and we're trying to plot out some ideas where we can go.
We are really anxious because we've been in the house for so long, and it's hot. It was, I think the high this week was 105. And it's not going to get any better. It's all, and these were record-breaking temperatures for April. I think they said this was the hottest
End of April, yeah.
Since we're going to be on kind of a self-imposed quarantine, even when we can go out, I just felt like we were all going to lose our minds spending the summer here in the house. And we normally during the summer, like last summer, we spent the hot season swimming. We were swimming almost every day. So that got us through the summer. The year before that, we went up to Payson and Flagstaff, and we did a lot of like weekend overnight trips. Well, now I don't want to go to Payson or Flagstaff or whatever and stay in a hotel. We usually go to restaurants when we're there. That's not happening. I don't know what we would go to a public park, and I don't know, I'm sure that's going to be packed. So we felt like, what do we do? How do we continue to have a life and still practice social distancing? So we thought, let's go camping, but let's go boondocking. Let's go off the beaten path. Let's go further out where there's not going to be, numbered campsites and a bunch of people. If we gotta be alone as a family, we might as well be alone somewhere that's pretty and scenic, and we can get some fresh air and just enjoy nature. And I'm really looking forward to doing it and also showing it to you guys, because I wasn't even thinking about it at the time. I wasn't thinking about making it a video, but our daughter was like, we gotta record this.
Hey,
so
are you looking forward to peeing in a bottle?
we don't need to talk about all that, okay? That's not fun.
No,
No.
we do. And I have to back up a second. You said we were all going to lose what?
Lose our minds?
Up in here.
Oh my God. Cheese alert.
Everybody seems to be excited. We're going to have some nicer weather, more comfortable weather. There's nobody who's going to be around, so that specifically the boys, I can run them ragged and know that they're going to burn off some of this crazy energy that they've stored up. Because they're not in their usual routine. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the rigs. I'm a guy through and through. Camping is something that I enjoy. So that's something that I think I'm excited about. She has been a YouTube fanatic.
I've been binging all the overlanding.
So you've mentioned boondocking and overlanding. Why don't you throw out, because I don't know that all of our viewers know what do you mean by boondocking?
Well, when I say boondocking, it's basically going out and camping somewhere where there are no hookups. You don't have access to facilities like bathrooms and all that. You're basically just out on your own.
Would you classify it as off the grid?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
So you're camping off the grid?
Yeah.
And does it have to be remote, or could I boondock on the side of a road?
Look, I'm not an expert on boondocking.
I'm just asking.
I
So
don't
the
know.
answer is
I mean,
yes,
why would you boondock off the side of
People
a road?
do.
Okay.
And then the other thing you said was overlanding.
Yeah.
What is overlanding and what is an overlander?
You're going to camp, but it's still kind of camping off on your own, but it's really about the journey.
So you're going over some land to get to your spot?
Yeah, really? Come on. It's just about the journey getting there. That in itself is like the adventure.
Typically you're doing some trail drives or whatever to get to them from what we've seen.
Yeah.
So you're doing some off-roading, which is why we got the off-road rig and why we have the Wrangler, so that we can get to some of these places that in Honda Civic with a standard pull-behind trailer or a pop-up tent or whatever, we wouldn't ever even think about doing it, let alone if we did try it, would we succeed? So that's kind of the idea with the overlanding. And the overlander is the vehicle now.
It's the vehicle you use to get there.
To get there.
But what I've seen on most of these overlander vehicles are these rooftop tents.
You have a truck, SUV, has to have a roof rack of some shape or formation to hold this tent. And the tent sits on top of the car. The cool thing about them is that when you take that cover off, usually there's a ladder or some kind of pole system, and you just whoosh, and boom, there's a tent on top of your car, hanging off of your car. And then you put the ladder down.
We were going to get the rooftop tent, but I just thought you have to climb up and down, and you know the boys are going to sleep in the Jeep.
Yeah.
And I just could imagine them needing assistance and me climbing and up and down the ladder, and I just didn't want to do all that. So we got we're gonna be, like he said, sleeping out of the trailer tent, which is a little lower to the ground. We all can, if we want, sleep together.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be fun to explore. We're gonna start with Arizona, and then as things start to open up, because we don't want to go to any states that still have stay-at-home orders, obviously, and explore other states. We're still gonna be not going into town. We're not gonna be visiting in the normal sense that we normally would. We're going to be going straight to the camping destination and just doing our thing there. But I think it'll be a way to help us all keep our sanity, give us some room to breathe, and just to add something different to our lives and to the channel. I think it'll just, I think it'll be really interesting to show that and to have that as something to look back on during a very, very miserable, difficult experience. Because I think if I thought, oh, we're just going to be in this house with an Arizona summer and nothing to do and nowhere to go, I would still be very much in my funk right now, and I probably would not be even doing a video. So we're not trying to totally rough it with nothing. We've got a generator.
She couldn't survive.
We've got a generator and a solar panel.
So since you're talking about kind of glamp camping,
that's not glamp camping, because we don't have
kind of glamping.
We have
up there, putting a little more
Thunderbox toilet. Look it up. That's not glamping to me. An Thunderbox Outback toilet. That ain't glamping. That's not to me.
Since you brought it up, are we just gonna throw the Thunderbox down and be like, "Hey, everybody! No, I know there's nobody around, but hey, Bear, hey, Mr. Deer." Don't mind me.
No, we've got a little pop-up
right,
tent, 6 foot, so we can put the box in there and zip it up and have some privacy. I want to add one of those solar shower deals to this mix, but we're only going to start with a couple days, so I guess we can wait on that. But I'm still trying to find some spots, because I've been looking up where to go in Arizona to boondock and do this, and some of the spots that were dispersed camping spots I've heard are crowded right now, which totally defeats the purpose. So if you're a camper, you live in Arizona, or you vacation here, and you have some spots that we should check out that are still fairly vacant, let us know in the comments, because right now I'm still just trying to figure out where particularly we want to start with this. 500 people or less around. All right, well, that's our update. Again, so far everybody here is healthy, and nobody's completely lost their mind. Some of us. Yeah, you've taken to reminding yourself about what's important in life. He's been writing little things on the back wall there. I don't know what you're talking about. When he gets cranky with me, I think he needs to go remember what it's all about.
Is that right?
Huh. Yeah.
Maybe I was writing those messages for you to remember.
No.
I think that's what it was. You'll notice that it's right in the line of view, so that while you're in the kitchen,
because
look right out there.
That's
be reminded
you saying,
that
"I love you.
Hubby
forgive me for my crotchety behavior." And
wants me to remember that the things that are important are family.
That's right.
You should remember that.
If you live in Arizona, let us know what you're gonna do to get through this hot upcoming summer. Tell us, are you planning to go out and party it up when your governors, wherever you are, lifts the restrictions? Or are you planning on just kind of staying home and waiting it out a little bit? Don't forget to let us know what your favorite
What gear do you
camping
guys
spots
like?
are.
What camping gear do you like?
Have you ever gone overlanding, boondocking, all that? And
Just camping in general, though. If you got some cool piece of gear that you want to tell us about that we should check out, comment it below. You know the drill. Subscribe, share, like, comments down below. Wash your hands. Be safe. Much love to everybody. This is the time we need it. One world, one love.
Perfect.